In this video, I'll be breaking down how much you need to make in order to afford a 2022 Acura TLX Type S. But first, I've included some links to products in the description that'll help you maintain your vehicle's appearance and make you more money down the line when you eventually sell. Things like scratch remover, paint cleaner, wheel cleaner, that sort of thing. There are 4 options I'll be covering today, and you can decide on which one suits you the best, depending on how into cars you are. Some people just want a reliable form of transportation, and some are willing to sacrifice quite a lot more in order to get the car that they really want. Stick around to the end of the video to find out which method would be best for your situation. Before I dive into the first rule, these videos take quite a lot of time and effort to make, so please click the like and subscribe button and comment down below what other vehicles you would like to see. Starting with the Dave Ramsey rule, you must have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund built up, the vehicle cannot be more than 15% of your annual gross income, and you must purchase the vehicle in cash. Given that the 2022 Acura TLX Type S starts at $53,700, this would make your gross annual income around $107,400 to follow Dave Ramsey's plan. Ideally, it's nice to purchase a vehicle in cash, as you would avoid having to pay interest and your insurance would be a little bit lower, but obviously not too many people just have $54,000 in cash that they could throw at a car. The next rule is the 24/10 rule, which is a little bit more attainable than the Dave Ramsey rule. And this states that you must put at least 20% down on the vehicle, you can't finance it for more than 4 years or 48 months, and the payment can't be more than 10% of your monthly gross income. Given that the 2022 Acura TLX Type S has an MSRP of $53,700, you would need to put down $10,740. And with the average new vehicle interest rate of about 3.86% and a 48-month term, this would bring your monthly payment to $967.31. Bankrate states the average monthly insurance cost is $148, but to be a little bit more accurate, use the Smart Financial link in the description down below to get the exact value of how much insurance would cost for you. They work with all the top insurance companies in the country and actually price check around to get the best value for you. This will bring your monthly total to about $1,115.31, not including gas. Now back to that 24/10 rule, given your monthly cost would be $1,115, you would need a monthly gross income of $11,153.10, which would equate to about an annual gross income of $133,837.20. Now don't get discouraged yet. Those 2 first rules are a little bit difficult to achieve, and you would assume that the average person wouldn't be able to follow those goals, which is why I've come up with my own. For my rule, you need to have at least a 6-month emergency fund, invest 15% of your monthly gross income into your 401k, and max out both your Roth IRA and ideally your HSA, but I'll leave that as optional. Yes, I mean up front, this definitely seems like it's a little bit more saving than most people do, but I don't give you a monthly percentage rule in terms of like car payments that you have to stick to. So it's really up to you to decide if you want to spend more of your money on a vehicle and car mods and that sort of thing, or if you'd rather spend less and go out to eat more or on more vacations, that sort of thing. And that 6-month emergency fund there is just there to ensure that you're covered in the case anything wild happens, like an injury or you lose your job or something like that. And the investment portion just gives you a little bit more financial security, especially later in life when you'll need it the most. And the majority of people are going to say, well, nothing is guaranteed, you should just buy what you want today. And while the nothing is guaranteed part is true, it's difficult to put a value on having peace of mind for yourself or your family's future. The final rule is going to be the 1/10 rule, which was developed by Financial Samurai. Many of you have probably heard this before, as it's pretty dang popular. He's been writing a ton of articles since like 2010-ish. And personally, I think this is the rule that a majority of the people should follow if they are really interested in building their wealth. This rule is more stringent than the others. It rarely allows you to purchase a new vehicle, but it allows you to spend responsibly, reducing your financial car ownership stress and increasing your net worth over time. This rule is pretty dang straightforward. It states that you shouldn't spend more than 10% of your gross annual income on a vehicle. It can be new or old, but obviously for the vast majority of people, it would be used. And you must own that vehicle for at least 5 years, ideally more. The theory behind this is to minimize your financial stress and free up some money to invest in assets or opportunities that may come your way. It's much more stressful and difficult making life decisions when you're worried about payments each month. One of the biggest killers in building wealth are cars and car payments. Many people will get upside down on a car payment and just transfer that over to the next one and end up losing a ton of money. It's generally the most amount of money that somebody will spend on an item that goes down in value. So if you think of investing as compounding interest, think of buying a car as the exact opposite. A mistake like buying a vehicle you can't afford will set you back years down the road. If you're a younger person, play around with a compound interest calculator to see how much your investments may turn into in the future. It's pretty impressive how what $1 can turn into over 35 years. Again, hit the Smart Financial link in the description below to dial in what your own insurance costs would be, and that Truebill link as well, just to find out how much you're spending each month in order to gauge how much you'd be able to afford and get a hold of your finances. And last but not least, check out those car care products down there in the description as well. It'll help you maintain your vehicle's value, which in the long run will end up saving you some money. I appreciate every one of you that stuck around to the end of the video. Please give it a like, subscribe, and leave future